What do we have on the line here today, Mike?
Well, we've got the open doubles coming up, and it's the final event of the tournament, and definitely the premier event that's happening this weekend. There's about $8,000 or $9,000 here on the line for the finals, and there's two great teams. All the players have been world championships before, so it's not new to them, and we're looking for a real tough match.
Well, all right, we're going to be doing a play-by-play commentary and try to give you a little bit about what the sport's all about, a little bit about how to execute everything and what everybody's doing, because hopefully we'll get you involved in the game of foosball.
Should be a good match. We'll be talking about some of the fundamentals as we go along in here and explaining exactly what these players are doing. And like I said, again, it's going to be a one good, tough match.
All right, first prize is $5,000, and we'll see you real soon. On the right here on your screen, we have Don Chalifoux. Don's been a world champion once or twice and is one of the premier goalies in the game. Hey, you guys, when we're talking, we're going to be real silent around us, because otherwise Mike will pick it up.
Okay. Two teams. All right. Two teams we have playing here this afternoon, Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux. Tony hails out of Michigan originally and now lives in Seattle, Washington. Don Chalifoux is out of Chicago, Illinois. And the other team they're playing, Johnny Lott and Bobby Gibson. Bobby Gibson's from Denver, Colorado. Johnny Lott now lives in California, but was originally out of Texas.
Officiating the match, we have Dr. Bob Thurud, PhD in psychology, also a professional player for many years, and Mike Nat, also a professional player. Over here on your screen, that you just saw was Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. Johnny Lott, 2- or 3-time world champion. Bobby Gibson, 2- or 3-time world champion. We have 4 of the premier players in the game. Should be very exciting. $5,000 for first place on the line.
Okay, we'll have Don and Tony on the right, Bobby and Johnny on the left. This is it, folks. World Championship. Open doubles.
Tony Bacon's getting ready to serve the ball. Tony Bacon does a far wall squeeze series to pass to his 3-row. He hovers over the ball, going either to the wall or uphill in between the men. That was a wall pass. Beautifully executed to his 3-row. He will now shoot a pull shot. A reset is when the goalie on the opposing team causes the ball to jar. He has 3 holes basically to shoot at: the straight, the middle, or the long. A reset is when the goalie on the opposing team causes the ball to jar. Tony Bacon is playing very smart. They had a reset warning call, which another reset would be a technical foul. A long pull shot, beautiful.
Scoring the first point of the match.
A beautiful long pull shot by Tony Bacon into the long hole. Bobby Gibson tries to execute an uphill pass. He passes on the inside wall. However, he misexecuted that time. Don shoots a push shot, and his partner knows everything he's going to do. That was a pass to his partner. Tony Bacon into his famous hover series. Excellent block by Bobby Gibson. Has it on his 3-row. Bobby also shoots a pull shot. What do you think about his pull shot?
Let's watch him execute this right here. It's going to take him a few minutes here to get into the match and get his execution down.
He just misexecuted long and hit the wall. Johnny Lott playing with the ball. Shoots a shot, but it's blocked by Don Chalifoux. Don Chalifoux just made a beautiful block right there. He has the ball getting ready to shoot. Mr. Bacon asked for a new ball. It was granted. That'll usually be done if it's done within the first 5 seconds or so when he gets the ball down. Beautiful uphill pass by Tony Bacon. Tony has one of the premier 5-mans in the game of foosball. Takes his first timeout.
Okay, here we have our first break in the action with Bacon and Chalifoux taking a timeout. If you'll notice, both forwards in the game here shoot a pull shot, which is executed with the middle guy in the 3-man row. They pull it towards him and then push the ball towards the goal. And the 2 forwards that we have in this game just happen to be the best 2 pull shot shooters in the game right now. Tony Bacon is up for awards this weekend for the top male forward of the year. And
most outstanding player, I believe.
Yep, outstanding player too. So.
Bobby Gibson's also up for male forward of the year.
Bobby Gibson previously tonight finished second at mixed doubles final.
Reset.
Now what we're having here on these resets is that the goalie is moving his rod so fast and so hard that he's causing the table to shake, which makes the ball shake. Therefore, the timing gets reset every time.
Tony Bacon is playing very smart because he wants that technical foul shot, which will happen if there's one more after the reset warning.
And if you'll notice, he's not rushing himself after these resets either. He pulls it out of the set each time. And there we have a long pull shot scored by Bobby Gibson for their first score of the match.
Very nice. Very pretty shot. On your left, Bobby Gibson, Johnny Lott. On your right, Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux. A beautiful pass again by Tony Bacon. He'll set up his pull shot. Beautiful long pull shot by Tony Bacon. Scores 1-1. Games are to 5.
It's 2-1 now with Tony in the lead on that shot.
That's right, excuse me. Matches are 3 out of 5. First one to 3. Tony and Don have to win 2 sets. They're coming through the loser's bracket. It's a double elimination match. Bobby Gibson with the serve. Excellent pass by Bobby Gibson.
Bobby's been very, very hot this tournament on his 5-man row, getting it over to his 3-man row, enabling himself to take the shot. He's got it set for the pull once again. Tries a moving straight, but Don is there. Not Don setting it from the back. Always puts it in the push man setup to clear the ball from the goalie or the pass. That time he attempted a push kick shot.
Blocked by Bob Gibson. Back to his 3-row. Tries a long pull shot, but Don Chalifoux is there.
When we say the long pull shot, we mean he's attempting to go pull the ball all the way to the long hole. And there's a push shot from the back by Don Chalifoux to take a 3-1 lead in this first game.
Nice shot by Don Chalifoux. Excellent pass. But did a squeeze out, pretended to go to the wall, and then went to the middle. Bobby Gibson with the shot. Excellent middle pull shot.
Bobby, even though behind here, continues to play an excellent game.
Scores 3-2. Bacon and Chalifoux.
Things are tight.
Johnny Lott has the ball in the goal. Attempts a pass to his forward, who misses the ball. Don Chalifoux with the ball. That's Don. Out of Chicago. Excellent pass.
Don does an excellent pass from the back to Tony's 3-man rod.
They play very well as a team together, giving signals to each other so they know what they're doing. Tony attempts a long pull shot, and Johnny Lott blocks the ball. There's another timeout now, folks. That's Johnny Lott, who just blocked that ball. He's out of L.A. now. Been a world champion a number of times. Time is in. Attempts a pass to his forward, but Tony Bacon steals it. Tony Bacon attempting his hover series. Bobby Gibson steals the ball.
Yeah, the tempo in the game right now seems to be that the forwards are playing very, very close foosball. They both scored 2 points, but the edge in the match so far is the push shot from the goalie by Don Chalifoux.
There's another timeout. This is Bobby Gibson out of Denver, Colorado. Took second in the World Mixed Doubles Championship this weekend. How old's Bobby? Bobby's...
I think he's 21 or 22. Young player, but already one of the top forwards of the game.
Very deliberate in everything he does. Takes his time and does good passes and good shots.
He has 2 mixed doubles world championships under his belt, but he's never won a world doubles championship.
He wants it bad. $5,000 on the line. Attempts a straight pull shot, which Don Chalifoux blocks. Don sets up. He taps his foot on top of Tony's foot to tell Tony what he's going to do, so Tony is ready. Tony picks up the ball on his 3-row off the back wall.
Yeah, nice pull shot. There wasn't much room there, and Tony still made it all the way around.
Excellent pull. Tony has one of the best long pull shots in the game of foosball. Excellent uphill. You can't tell when a good forward is going to the wall or in between at that time. When in between, attempts a pull shot, Don Chalifoux blocks him again. Attempts another pull shot, which is blocked. Bobby Gibson comes up with the ball. Excellent block by Tony Bacon.
Nice squeeze pass down by Bobby Gibson on that one. Continues to get the ball almost every time from the 5-man row. But right here, Don's blocked him about 5 times in a row, as he just did once again.
Which is why Don is one of the premier goalies in the game today.
Oh, and that could be a crucial turnover here. If Gibson can score, tries a quick shot. No, Don's there once again.
A mistake. Excellent squeeze up pass by Tony Bacon. Quick shots aren't necessarily a mistake because sometimes the goalie isn't ready for it, but Don was all over it. Tony Bacon attempts a straight shot, and Johnny Lott blocks it, makes an excellent pass to Bobby Gibson. Bobby Gibson has the ball. Another excellent block by Don Chalifoux. 5-man shot.
Oh, nice change of pace there with a 5-man shot by Bobby Gibson. Hit it from his first man to his middle guy and into the goal. Caught Don by surprise.
Caught me by surprise. I didn't expect that from Bobby myself. Tony Bacon with the ball. Ball is back to Don Chalifoux's goal.
Definitely the change of pace there by Don Chalifoux, hitting 2 push shots in one game from the back. Okay, Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux taking a 1-0 lead here in this best 3 out of 5 World Championship match in open doubles. Don and Tony will be on the left now, and Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott will be on the right. Gibson playing the forward rods, which have 5 men on the left hand, 3 men on the right hand. Here we go for the beginning of the second game. Gibson on the 5, hovering over the ball. Attempts an angle up pass, and it knocks off one of the men into the goal.
We have a timeout here. Over here is Johnny Lott and Bobby Gibson, who are talking to each other to set up their strategy and make sure that they've got certain holes covered from wherever Don. I think they're talking about Don's push shot, I would imagine, because Don's made 2.
Definitely. They're attempting to come up with a zone to prevent the push shot from scoring from the back.
Tony Bacon with the drop. Attempts a pass, and Bobby Gibson steals it from him on Bobby Gibson's 3-row.
Tries a quick shot again. That's 2 quick shots that Mr. Gibson has tried this match already. Perhaps he's just a little anxious here until we get more into the match.
Don Chalifoux and Tony Bacon do have to win twice. Excellent push kick by Don Chalifoux. Bobby Gibson ends up with the ball.
I must say I haven't seen Don Chalifoux play this good all tournament. He's really psyching up for this championship final.
Excellent block again by Don Chalifoux. Attempts a push kick again. Bobby Gibson again comes up with the ball. Attempts a long push kick, like a long pull shot.
In effect here, what Don is doing with his defense, he's in what we call a reverse, where he's racing with his man on the 2-man row over to the hole that Gibson is attempting to put it in. And he's beating him to the hole every time. Now, what Don just did there was pass from the 2-man row all the way to the 3-man row across between 2 other rods in the field of play, which is a very difficult pass. Now with Tony on the 3-man row, he has a chance to go ahead in this first game.
There was a little time out there to wipe sweat off the table.
That makes it a 1-1 game, folks. Here it's the second game. Don and Tony already have a 1-0 lead.
Excellent pass again by Bobby Gibson. He needs to start scoring if they want to be in this match, however.
Bobby continues to get the ball well from the 5-man rod to the 3-man rod. He's been blocked here about 10 times in a row, though, and he really needs a score. There it is. A nice, crisp long to break the ice.
Around Don's man. Don was leaving him quite a large long. And an excellent pass by Tony Bacon to his 3-row. He squeezed to the wall. You can never tell if he's going to squeeze to the wall or to the middle.
Don's got it set up for the pull and does a nice in-between shot.
Nice in-between shot. Let's find out whose quarters there are. They take turns. Bobby Gibson with the serve.
Bobby, another nice crisp pass from the 5-man row to the 3-man row. Continues to just get the ball almost at will.
Attempts a middle, which Don blocks. He's going to need to get some confidence in that long, don't you think, Bao, if they're going to have a chance here?
Yeah, he needs to. I believe he needs to take another long push. He needs to take a real hard look at just the straight-in shot, which Don seems to be leaving about 50% of the time.
Bobby Gibson asked for a different ball because sometimes you get balls that are not quite round, and that can mess up your game.
Yeah, after they've been played for a while, they tend to get flat spots on them, and they don't roll as well.
Tony Bacon with the shot, with the pass. It was blocked. Another pass is blocked by Bobby Gibson. Don Chalifoux has the ball, taps his partner, tells him what he's going to do. Does a beautiful push kick pass to his partner. Tony Bacon sets up the pull shot. Blocked by Johnny Lott.
Nice pass from the 5 to the 3 by Bacon. Was picking up his game here a little bit in the second game, although he started a little flat.
There's a shot given to
Just had a technical foul called because Lott was violated the 3 reset rule on 1 ball. He called a reset warning, and now a technical shot. Tony Bacon gets 1 free shot on the goal. And scores, which is definitely a bonus and could be the turning point in this game. It's 3-2, and now he also gets the ball back to his 3-man rod, and the match resumes.
That was Tony Bacon getting very excited about scoring that shot. He's playing very smart because he's sitting.
No, he's not on.
Are you on? He's sitting on the ball, waiting for Johnny Lott to make him reset the ball. He's playing very intelligent. That's Tony Bacon right there. 21 years old, already the #1 player of the year. He's won more tournaments than anyone. Another shot by Tony Bacon. Johnny Lott seems to be in trouble because he seems to be resetting the ball.
That technical could prove to be the turning point in this game, plus it seems to have hurt the concentration of Gibson on his 5-man rod, who turns it over to Bacon, who immediately stuffs it back over to his 3-man rod, and now is shooting to win the 2nd game of this match, and is going to take a timeout here.
All right, we've got a timeout. He's on Tony Bacon right now. Tony playing an excellent match, using his timeouts well, and waiting for John to make that mistake to get that extra shot.
Yeah, Tony is the #1 money winner and point maker on the tour this year, and he's definitely showing why here in this first match here in the World Championships. If they beat Gibson and Lott, a 3 out of 5 match, then it pushes it to a 2nd set to determine who's going to win the money here. Tony sets it up on for a pull shot, and Lott blocks him. Now Bobby on the 5-man rod, not passing as well now since the technical shot. Working around the ball, trying to work off the edges here, and makes a nice pass. Good concentration there on the part of Gibson, who now has it set up for the pull shot. We have a reset, which is the goalie shaking the ball. Set up in the pull again. Looks at the goal. Taking his time and does a nice moving straight right into the goal. He's definitely trying to pull him back in the match, although they still trail 3 points to 4.
An excellent shot by Bobby Gibson. Steals the ball from Tony Bacon. They're not out of this yet. Anything can happen in a game of foosball.
Yep, it's 1 ball at a time, no doubt about it.
Don signals Tony with his foot. Does a push kick off Johnny Lott's man, but Bobby Gibson ends up with the ball. He can tie the game up with this shot. An excellent pull shot by Bobby Gibson.
Very nice to pull him even in the match. It's now 4-4 in the 2nd game. Not even in the match, but even in this game. 4 points to 4. Bacon with it on the 5. Can't get the ball through for the 3rd time in a row. Gibson breaking up his passes wisely.
Johnny Lott with the ball.
Lott has to be very careful here that he doesn't turn over the ball to Tony Bacon in this situation. Definitely needs to clear it to the other end here.
He's not scoring.
Nice shot from the back by Johnny. But it ends up on Gibson's 3-man rod.
Hello again. We're here at the 1984 World Championships. It's 4-4. We're getting ready to resume, so we're going to have to go back to the action. We're rolling. Bobby Gibson has the ball on the 3-row.
We had a good match here now. They've come back in this game and can win right here if Gibson scores and bring the match even. Gibson with the pull shot set up, attempts another long, misexecutes, but gets the ball back on his 5-man row and will now attempt to pass once more.
Brought the ball back a little too far and stubbed it a little bit. With it on his 5 again, though.
Oh, nice pass. First time he's attempted that pass this game. Caught Bacon out by surprise there. Now has it on the three-man rod once again. Has the pull shot set up. Very patient at forward. Nice block by Chalifoux. That Gibson must have waited 9 seconds to shoot that one, and he's only got 10 to get it off. Uses the clock very effectively. Now with Chalifoux back. And the push shot, and scores again. Chalifoux definitely getting some key shots in this match so far, folks. And Bacon and Chalifoux, Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux take a 2-0 lead in what could be the first of 2 sets here, Jeep.
I'd say it looks that way right now, although, like we said before, anything can happen in a game of foosball. Don Chalifoux makes an excellent shot to win the game, blocking Bobby Gibson.
Yes, Gibson and Lott have to be feeling just a little pressure here right now, even though Lott's starting to get to Bacon, and Gibson is definitely, Bobby's definitely starting to, get on Tony defensively on the 5-man rod, but Don Chalifoux is definitely making the difference in that match with 3 key goals now, all at the just excellent times. When you can get your goalie to score a meatball shot in a game, that's really helping you out up there at the forward, taking the pressure off you. Tony has got to be feeling good right now.
I'd say so. Mike being one of the premier goalies in the game has scored more than his fair share of meatball match points.
You can tell Tony is going to be psyched up this game. They're hoping they can move in for the kill right here and make a quick works of this first set in 3 straight games.
However, Bobby Gibson, playing his game, does a beautiful pass and sets up again for the pull shot.
Bobby still playing steady, even though being down 2-0, and scores the first shot of the third game. Now they take a 1-0 lead. First time they've been in the lead in any of the games.
A pretty long pull shot. Attempts a wall pass, and Bobby Gibson blocks it.
Gibson continues to be on the 5-man passing of Tony Bacon, but Tony gets a loose ball here and is now going to set it up for the pull shot. Mis-executes that ball and cuts it back into the wall, but gets it on his 5-man road and will once again attempt to get through Gibson's tough 5-man defense.
Blocked by Bobby Gibson. Johnny Lott with the ball.
That must be the 6th or 7th time in a row that Gibson has broken up one of Bacon's passes. A lot of attempts to pass to the front, and it loose balls over to Gibson's 3-man rod, who sets up another pull shot and can take a 2-0 lead in this game.
Excellent quick shot. Made one of those.
Scores another crisp long, and they've taken a 2-0 lead now in this 3rd game. Gibson could reach, that's the first pass that Bacon has made in about 7 or 8 attempts.
It was a pretty one. Excellent. Excellent pickup.
There saw a rebound stuffed into the goal by Tony Bacon. That brings him to 2-2 this game.
That's Bobby Gibson with the serve. He has the ball with his excellent 5-row. Again, a nice uphill. Tony blocked it, but he got it anyway.
Yep, Tony blocked that one, but it went through anyway, and Bob picked up on it. He's now got the pull shot set up one more time and needed this goal for the lead in the game. And gets it. Another long, the 3rd long of this game for a 3-2 lead in the 3rd game.
Bobby Gibson does have one of the best longs in the game of foosball. There's probably 400 to 500 players here competing for $40,000 in prize money this weekend.
It's been a big weekend here. There's just 69 other foosball tables in this room, but every eye and person in here is focused on this one table now for this match, which is the biggie of the evening. Oh, and there's a broken man. Play will stop until they get it fixed. We'll have a break in the action here. The official will call a halt to the proceedings, and they'll fix that man. You can see it split off right there, and we're back in the middle of the third game. It's a 3-2 game. Gibson and Lott are ahead. Bobby Gibson, Johnny Lott. But Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux have a 2-0 lead in the match. There we have a bank shot attempted by Lott from the back. Lott's starting to wake up again a little bit here. I think he's starting to get warmed up.
Don Chalifoux. That was Don Chalifoux you just saw on your screen. Attempts another push shot. Tony Bacon with the 5-row, an excellent squeeze to the wall.
Sorry. Okay, Tony comes right out here and gets a 5-man pass through. Got it set up for the pole. Attempts along. Lott didn't even move his man. Hit it right into his man. A Lott with the ball here. Likes to set up for the pull shot series from the back. Hits it over and does a pull kick, where he pulls it from the first guy to the second guy and moves it toward the goal. Kicks it towards the goal. Gibson on the 5-man row continues to be an Iron Man.
A timeout is called by...
Gibson takes a timeout there because he knows it's a key point in the match here. If they get this point, they'll be 2 points ahead. Whereas if Bacon gets it, the game would be tied. So this is a definitely...
Tony Bacon, there on the right that you're looking at. Intense concentration. One of the fiercest competitors on the tour.
Tony is really fired up here, folks. He's got a 2-0 lead, and he wants this game bad.
I'd say so.
Whereas the goalies, the forwards can be hyper like that. The goalies pretty much have to maintain their cool all the time so they don't get nervous and they don't jump out of the way of balls and stuff like that. But the forward is the aggressive person in these matches.
Although Johnny Lott is one aggressive goalie. Excellent.
Another long by Gibson. I believe that's 4 longs this game. And he takes a 2-point lead in the game, 4-2.
Nice pass by Tony Bacon.
Bacon's now made 2 passes in a row. And scores a nice long. Won't pick it up at all.
Bobby Gibson with the ball. Tony Bacon playing excellent defense.
Bacon's 5-man deal is definitely getting more aggressive here. Taking Gibson far more attempts to get it through, and there he finally breaks up a pass. He hasn't done that in quite a while in this match.
It's one of the first he's stopped, I believe.
Now with Don Chalifoux on the push man set again from the goalie. He's got the ball set up, does a push shot, goes into Lott's goalie, blocks it, and gains control of the ball. Now sets it up. Cherries knocks it back and forth and tries a pull kick. There he tried to pull and then tried to come across the ball and slice it to the far hole on the other end. Tries it again and gets a ball that goes off. Gets a ball that goes off in and dogs into the goal.
That's Bobby Gibson on your screen right now. Score is 2-1. Over here we have Tony Bacon, who will not let that bother him and will continue to play this game. You can see by the intense concentration on his face how excited he is. He puts rosin onto the handles so that he won't sweat, and that'll keep that from sweating. There's Johnny Lott.
Tony started to play well at the end of that third game, but it was too little too late.
It's Don Chalifoux and Tony Bacon on your left. They've played a number of, in fact, they won a world championships together before, didn't they?
2 years ago. They were world champions. They haven't been playing together at all towards the end of this year, and then got back together for this World Championships. And they're doing quite well, as they're guaranteed a second-place finish here at the very least. Bacon does a nice pass from the 5-row to the 3-man row.
This way, I'm out. I want an official, the 3 officials here, and there is no way that can go on. So what? Is a jar? The possession of the ball. Are you an official?
Tony Bacon getting very upset because
Well, they're not watching it close enough.
Bobby Gibson, he feels, is jarring the jarring the table a little hard. A little upset here.
Yep, Tony Bacon getting a little excited here because he feels that ball is being jarred as he's passing it, which has prevented him from getting it from the 5-row to the 3-man row earlier in this match.
He's also attempting to do this so that the officials will.
And he scores it. That was an emotional goal. Even if we talk over it,
We can't use it. Makes an excellent shot after that. He is fired up now.
very emotional goal there, fans, as he pumps along. Gibson get it on his 3-man row, though, and doesn't appear to be flustered. Gibson is very strong under pressure. Very strong forward under pressure. Sets it up and ties up the game with a nice, crisp lob.
Here, Bobby Gibson getting upset himself. We had a little altercation there. Bobby Gibson and Tony Bacon having a war of the wills.
Both forwards very fired up at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few jar calls coming up here very shortly.
Tony Bacon, one of the reasons he said that, I believe, was so that the officials would be a little more lax on calling jars against him, because he already has one warning against him, doesn't he?
Yes, I believe so. Gibson got this pull shot set up again here. He just scored a nice long attempt to middle. Don is there. You can start feeling it in the air here right now, folks. It's a very charged atmosphere in this room. There's $8,000 or $9,000 on the line here. Actually, I believe it's $7,500, and both teams want the bigger share of it. Don tries a push shot from the back. Gibson blocks it with his 5-man row, and it goes back into Chalifoux's area.
An excellent shot by Don Chalifoux. Push kick, but again, Johnny Lott spikes it right back to Bobby Gibson's 3-row. Bobby Gibson will do the same thing, hoping for a reset warning, sitting on the ball a long time.
Does a moving straight. Takes the lead in this game, 2-1. This is the 4th game. Bacon and Chalifoux lead 2-1. Bacon does a very nice pass from his 5 to his 3-man row. Has the pull shot set up. Most smart forwards will pull it out of the set each time there is a reset, because the time starts over and it gives them a full another 20 seconds. And you'll notice that Bacon pulls it out of the set position every time there's a reset. Has it set up for the pull shot again? Ties the defense, misexecutes a long.
Was hoping for a reset warning there. Johnny Lott controlling himself enough so that he didn't do that. Johnny has a tendency to jar the ball when he plays goalie. He's very fired up.
This man just toning down here a little after the fireworks a few minutes ago. Very quiet in this room.
A timeout has been called. Johnny Lott asking because they're having a slight distraction with the tape. It takes a lot of concentration to play this, and we have a camera almost right in their faces here.
Okay, once again with Lott with the ball in the 2-man row, he puts it into the pull shot set, pulls it over, and the ball just sort of trickles through Bacon's 5-man row to Gibson's 3-man row. Gibson with the ball, setting up the pull shot. If you can't see what's happening there, Gibson is actually pulling the ball over about 7 inches and hitting it into the hole on the far side of the goal from where he starts from.
At probably over 100 miles an hour. Gibson again with the ball, but misexecutes this time.
Yeah, Gibson there had blocked Bacon defensively, got the ball over to his 3-man row, and then just shot a little too quick there and misexecuted. Now Chalifoux with the ball. His team trails 3 points to 1, but they have a 2-1 set lead, 2-1 game lead, and this possibly first set, maybe not if Gibson and Lott can come back.
It's best 3 out of 5. They're ahead 3-1 now. They could tie this set up.
Bacon scores. Hits Lott's man and went in the goal anyway. He powered that one in, literally.
Very aggressive defense by Tony Bacon.
Got Gibson with it. We're on the 5-man row. He has the orange man. He's attempting to knock it over to his first man and pass it through, which he just did. He now has on the 3-man row. He's setting up the pull shot. Eyes Chalifoux's defense. Attempts a long. Attempts a long, but it hit the corner of the goal, bounced off the wall, and back into Johnny Lott's goal.
If Don Chalifoux and Tony win this game, they've got the match. They've got this first match wrapped up. They've got 2 games to 1, I believe.
Yep, and now it's a 3-3 game, and they've got possession of the ball. 2 points here, and it's over for them. Okay, now with Bacon on the 5-man row, tries a pass. Gibson there again. Has really been invincible on the 5-man row this match, and there you see he just made another pass to his 3-man row.
You just can't tell where he's going with that, if he's going to go to the wall or the middle.
He executes it very well. Now we have a timeout on the field here, official timeout to clear some of the debris and sweat off the field, off the table. Short break in the action here.
That official is Mike Nat. There's Bobby Gibson on the right and Johnny Lott in the back.
Okay, here we are, back to the action. Gibson with the ball on the 3-man row, sets up the pull. Eyes of the defense, tries a quick shot to the long. His quick shots have been very ineffective this match so far.
They only scored 1.
And you have to wonder why he keeps shooting them, especially at such crucial times.
Tony Bacon has the ball.
What you have there is how a quick shot can be effective, as Tony Bacon tries practically his first one in this match and scores with it to the long hole. But Gibson, still strong in the 5-man row, gets it back on the 3-man row again. Eyes the defense. He can tie it up right here with a nice shot. Very patient with that ball when he's got it on the 3-man row.
One of the best at that.
But Chalifoux being good with the nerves back there. Blocks it straight. Gibson prevails, though, with a nice crisp long once again. And this is all tied up here in the 4th game, 4-4. Whoever wins this point wins this game.
If Don and Tony win it, they win the first match. And will force this into the double elimination.
Match ball. Match ball for Bacon here. He's got it on the 5-man row. If he can pass it through and score, that's it. He has forced a second set. Gibson there on that 5 with the D. Breaks up the pass. Now Lott with the ball.
Critical pass blocked by Bobby Gibson.
Lott in the pullman set from the back. Hits it straight. Turns over the ball to Bacon. That could be a very crucial turnover, folks.
But blocks him.
Bacon kind of rushed the shot a little bit there, but Lott was there. Now Johnny will once again attempt to clear it out of the back or else score. Oh, does a nice pull kick inside wall bank.
But Tony ends up with the ball, steals it, and it's back on his 3-0. Takes a timeout.
Tony picked up the loose ball there. Now has it on his 3-man row. We are on Johnny Lott, who has to block this shot right now. There's a lot riding on this.
If he doesn't block this shot, he forces it into a second set, which they don't want to do.
Okay, there's Tony Bacon. He's going to try right here to win the first set of this match and force a second set. He's got the pull shot set up. Tries a quick shot, and the ball bounces over to Now Gibson gets a chance to win this game and keep them in it. He can bring them even in this match.
We're back. Johnny Lott made an excellent save, kicked the ball out, and his partner picked it up.
Okay, now Gibson with it on the 3-man row, sets up the pull. Drills the long and brings them even in this match, 2 games to 2.
And Johnny Lott is very excited. He gets very pumped up.
They're fired up here.
It's 2 games, the 2-game anybody ball game.
It was 2-0 now. It's 2-2. Lott and Gibson have come back. Lott seems to be getting warmed up. Gibson has been very strong all 4 games. His 5-man bar has been working excellently. There's a shot at Tony Bacon. Deep in concentration. Don Chalifoux, who's been very steady.
The amount of concentration that foosball players has is just as much as in any other sport, or more, because you're concentrating on throwing a small ball into a very tight hole that you're shooting for. That's Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux, and you just saw Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. Don Chalifoux having to block Bobby Gibson right now. 1-0 to nothing. 1 point to nothing right now.
Okay, here we go. Gibson in the pull man. Set. That's a nice middle.
Score is 1-1. If Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott win this game, it's all over, and they're the 1984 world champions.
Gibson, tough on the 5-man row defense. Blocks the ball over to his 3-man row, and if he scores this, it will mean a 2-1 lead in this 5th game. Oh, Don makes a very nice block there with his goalie. And it bounced to Tony's 3-man rod, but it went to Gibson's 5-man rod, and now he does a quick pass and once again has it on his 3-man rod. Puts it in the pole man set. Eyes the defense. Misexecutes along. Bacon gets it on the 5-man row. Oh. Mental error there on Tony's part as he lets the ball go over to Gibson, 5-man row. Gibson does a quick pass and it's over on his 3-man row once again. Gibson's 5-man row might well prove to be the telling tale on this match.
He's definitely out-5ing Tony. He's getting the ball much more often, meaning more shots on goal.
3-man set, good middle.
Good middle by Bobby Gibson. 2-1. For the World Championships.
So Gibson and Lott took a 2-1 lead in this game. Bacon executes a nice pass there. He needs it. He needs a score here. And gets it for a 2-2 tied game. Gibson once again does a nice angle-up pass from the 5-man row to the 3-man row.
He's just been incredible on the 5 row.
Shoots a little quick there, tries a quick shot, and Don is there. Don has been there on those quick shots through this entire match. We have a timeout in the play here. Tony Bacon, Don Chalifoux taking a timeout.
Tony was having trouble setting his pass up, so he took a timeout.
You have to wonder here, Greg, if perhaps Tony and Don win this match, that especially this first match here, that Bob won't think back about all those quick shots that he's wasted in the match. Must have been 6 or 8 of them right now.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go, 2-2. Tony Bacon gets blocked, but he gets the ball back. Excellent pass by Tony Bacon. 2-2.
Reset.
1 reset. Score is 3-2. Tony makes a beautiful long pull shot.
Gibson once again from the 5 to the 3. I don't know what his passing percentage is this match, but it's got to be way up there.
85-90% easy. Not higher.
And the 3-man's, he's got on the 3-man row and the pull man set. Finally, he scores on a quick shot after a reset.
Let's go, Tony.
Score is 3-3. 2 points away from the match.
3-3 in the 5th game. This match is all even, and Bacon misexecutes a pass there. Actually, Gibson was partially responsible in breaking that one up. And now with Lott with the ball back at the 2-man rod. Tries a pull shot, almost turns it over. Tried a slow pull shot. That might have even been a pass there. Does a pull shot and it bounces back to Bacon's 3-man row. A loose ball pickup. Tries a quick shot, pull shot, misexecutes.
Tony will think about that one if they lose this match.
There we go. Gibson tried a quick pass and missed it. That's the first pass he's missed in quite some time. And the ball went to Don Chalifoux back at goalie. He's now got it in the push-man set. Does a push shot on goal that Lott blocks. Now Lott has the ball back. As opposed to pushing the ball for his clear, he does a pull shot from the back. And does a pull kick inside wall bank that just barely misses the goal.
He's actually meaning to bank the ball off the wall on the inside and into the goal. That's Tony Bacon. It's 3-3. Don Chalifoux. They need to win this game to force the set into the second set, because it's double elimination. Don and Tony lost earlier in the tournament to someone, and Bob and Johnny haven't lost a match.
Yep, they've been tough. Now Tony will put the ball into play here after it's flown off the table. The team that gets the ball is opposite of the one that last scored. Attempts a 5-man pass here. There's a warning on the jar. Jarring the table by the judge, Bob Thord. Tony does a nice little pass there. He's got on his 3-man rod. He'll put it in the pull man set here. Made a pull shot there that went into a very small hole, Greg.
That's right. It was an incredible long. That was Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. There's Don Chalifoux and Tony Bacon. Don playing an excellent game. Tony, everybody's playing real well here.
Okay, that's for a 4-3 lead in this 5th game. It is now match ball for Bacon and Chalifoux. Oh, and he breaks up a pass and takes control.
Critical timing on that. One of the first passes he's broken up and passes through.
Yep, that's one of the first passes that he's blocked at Gibson's, and he gets the ball and makes a quick pass right through to his 3-man row, and he is shooting for the match. He'll put it in the pull man set. If he makes this point, he forces a second set. Lott blocks him, but he gets the ball right back.
That's right. He almost got a technical shot right there. He's waiting. He'd like to get a technical shot for Johnny. For the match, Tony Bacon with a beautiful shot, forcing it into a second set here.
Okay, folks. Welcome back to the second half here of this World Championship final. What's happened here is Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux have forced a second set by winning the first set from Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. It was an exciting first match. Greg?
I'd say so. It was close both ways. We didn't know who was going to win that till the last ball was in the hole. Had a little excitement too. Tempers tend to flare up when you're playing for $5,000 and things maybe aren't going your way. You don't know what's happening. So these guys have a grudge against each other. They want to win badly.
Yep, in the middle of that first match there, both teams got a little fired up, but both seemed to keep it under control. I thought that there was a couple things going on in that match, and that Bobby Gibson seemed to be dominating the 5-man row, but Tony Bacon was shooting a much higher percentage on the 3-man row. Don Chalifoux had a couple key goals there in the beginning, and so far Johnny Lott, I think he needs to pick up his involvement in this match just a little bit and help make a difference here.
He's definitely not blocking as well as Don Chalifoux is.
Now this is the only match that Lott and Gibson that Lott has played all day. And I think he had a little trouble there getting warmed up at first. He's starting to get a little more energetic, but I think he's going to have to put even a little more than that into this second set if they want to win.
This is the 4th day of playing. They've been playing 10, 12 hours a day since Friday, and it's Monday, and everybody's tired, but they got the adrenaline flowing for this one.
Yep, nobody's going to be letting up here. We got a $5,000 first place prize and $2,500 for second, and we're going for the chips here, and I think it's going to prove to be an exciting second match here in this World Championship Open Doubles game.
All right, well, thank you very much, and if you get a chance to play foosball, it should be at your local tavern soon. If you can't find one, call Dynamo, and they'll tell you where your nearest table is. They're in Texas. There's a toll-free number from the Dynamo Corporation, and we're excited. It's going to happen here any second. Stay with us.
This is going to be the second set in the World Championship Open Doubles Final. We're now on Tony Bacon, who won that first set. He's psyching up, getting charged up here. He's going to be the aggressive one for their team. He's got to score the points. He wants them. Now we're panning over to Bob Gibson here. Bob staying cool, calm, and collected like he's been the entire tournament this weekend for 4 days. Gibson has just had iron nerves, passing with a steady hand. Johnny Lott now is goalie. And here we go.
This crowd is fired up.
Here we go.
Okay, first ball, last match, 3 out of 5. Games are to 5. Bobby Gibson executes a pass, but gets back to his 5-row.
Gibson on the 5. He's been very steady with that 5 all through the first set. Gets in the pull shot set. Tries a pull shot to the long hole. Chalifoux blocks it. Now controls the ball. Will undoubtedly.
Don Chalifoux with a shot. Don Chalifoux is playing much better here because Bobby Gibson's had the ball many more times than Tony Bacon. Bobby Gibson again with the ball.
Gibson passes it through one more time. His percentage on the 5-man row these last 2 matches here has been incredible. Mix executes along again. Loose ball flying around the table, and Gibson controls it again.
Excellent pull shot by Bobby Gibson. Good long pull shot.
Gibson executes a nice crisp long and ties up the first game here 1-1. Now Bacon with the ball on the 5-man row. Makes a nice pass. Now he's on the 3-man row. Put it in the pull man set. Attempt a pull shot here. Eyes the defense. It's a reset. Resetting the time. Does a nice long.
And he waited because he got to the reset warning. If he had got one more jar, which was close, he would have gotten a free shot. So Johnny Lott was forced to slow up his defense, thereby allowing Tony to score, really.
Now Bacon here has made a nice defensive play on the 5 and controls the ball. Will attempt to pass it back through again. Gibson blocks it. Has the ball on the 5-man row. Tony blocks the 5-man pass. Gibson gets it back. Makes a quick pass along the wall over to his 3-man row. We'll now put it in the pull man set. Pull shot set. Eyes the defense. Very patient at forward. Don blocks an attempted long pull shot. When I say by long, he pulls it over about 7 inches and tries to kick it into the goal, which is the farthest hole away from his set. Chalifoux in the pushman set here. Attempts a pass. Hits Gibson's 5-man row and bounces over to Bacon's 5-man row. Bacon tries a pass. Gets the ball back. Tries another pass. Gibson blocks it again. Gets the ball back. Tries another pass and makes it over to his 3-man row. He'll set up for the pull shot here. He wants a new ball here.
Tony Bacon.
That ball possibly developed a flat spot on it and wasn't rolling right. He takes a timeout here.
That's Don Chalifoux and Tony Bacon taking a timeout, talk some strategy over. Tony Bacon back after the timeout, sets the ball up.
Reset.
Good block by Johnny Lott. Excellent middle by Tony Bacon. Johnny Lott's having some problems here because when he starts shaking, he gets reset warnings called against him, and he's forced to slow up his defense, which is allowing Tony to make some easy shots, some easy open shots.
Gibson passes it through, gets it on the 3-man rod. Chalifoux's definitely blocking better here at the beginning of the second set, just like he did at the beginning of the first set.
That's Don Chalifoux.
Lott seems to be having a little bit of problem handling Tony's shot right now. He's not blocking as well as he'd like to, that's for sure. I think a lot has to do with the fact that he's having problems shaking the table on his defense, and therefore he's having to slow it down. Don Chalifoux has scored his second point in the game, and it's definitely providing the edge for this one-sided game here, 4-1, Bacon and Chalifoux.
Tony with the ball. Excellent 5-man pass. He's got the confidence right now that he has this game, and he's playing very well. Tony's playing very well. Waited it out, shot a nice straight shot. Johnny thought he was going to shoot a middle or long and jumped out of the way.
Yeah, well, neither forward has been attempting many straights in this match, and therefore they're becoming more and more wide open. And right there, Tony had a very large hole to put that ball into. Takes the straight to win the first game 5-1.
Right there, I think he's got a shot right now. That was Julie Sims, Tony's fiance. I think they got engaged this weekend, as a matter of fact. Julie Sims also an excellent player in her own right.
You can do it.
It's Tony Bacon there in your picture right now. He's psyching up. He's smelling blood, folks. He's got a 1-0 lead in the match in this particular set. He won the first match, the first set, and if he wins 2 more games, he'll be the 1984 World Doubles Champion. Gibson and Lott.
Here we have Dr. Bob Thurud, who's one of the head officials. Tony Bacon is fired up.
Yeah, he's charged. He's got to be. He won that first set. He's had 1-0 in this set, and he's playing pretty good. He's definitely shooting a high percentage on Lott.
Okay, Bobby Gibson asked for a new ball.
I can't see it.
Gibson on the 5. It's been very steady the whole match on that 5. Both sets. And once again, passes it through to the 3-man rod. Moves it over to set up the pull shot. What he'll try to do is pull that ball over anywhere from 1 to 8 inches and shoot it into the goal. That time he pulled it over about 7 inches. Warning on the jar. We have a warning for the jar there on Tony Bacon. He's moving the table a little too much while Bob's attempting his pass on the 5-man row. Steals the ball away, blocks his... Oh, that could be a costly turnover. He turned it over from his 5-man rod to Gibson's 3-man rod. Gibson tries a quick shot. Chalifoux is there, Don Chalifoux.
I don't believe Bobby even executed that quick shot.
Nope, the quick shot really hasn't been good for him either one of these sets.
Good call.
Johnny Lott has a bent rod and is wanting to get that fixed.
Okay, what we had there is Johnny Lott called for a new 2-man rod because his rod had been bent, and the official went over and straightened it. So they're going to continue play. Now with Lott at the ball, back at the 2-man row. Ask for a new ball. Gets it. Resume play. Sets it up for a pull shot in the back. You can do a pull shot in the back actually about 14 inches across and kick it towards the goal. You pull it towards you. Chalifoux attempts a shot. Gibson Gibson blocks it, gets the ball back at the two-man row, puts it in the push-man set.
And steps on Tony's foot to tell him what he's doing. Really controlled game. They know, Tony knows what Don's going to do every time.
Right. Chalifoux taps Bacon's foot every time he gets the ball to signal him as far as to what he's going to do when he moves the ball back at the goalie. Bacon gets a loose ball up at the forward, tries a quick pull shot. Lott blocks it, kicks it to the other end. Now over to Chalifoux, pushes it in the, puts it in the pushman set. He's already signaled Bacon as far as what he's going to do with his foot. Gibson blocks it. Bacon gets it on the five-man row and executes a quick pass. Gets it to his three-man row. He's now got it in the pull-man set. Looks at the defense. There's a reset on the time for moving the ball. It makes a great straight in. Now Gibson gets it on the five-man row, passes it to his three-man row. He's been strong on that five all night. He's got in the pull-man set on the three-man row. Mis-executes a long, and the ball rolls back to Gibson's. Nope, it's out of play. They'll reserve it. Gibson puts it back in play.
Right at the moment, I think Bobby is a little flustered after losing that first game so decidedly, and he's having a little trouble executing his shot. Still very smooth on his five row. Attempts a couple passes. Tony blocks them both. Tony steals the ball.
The momentum is definitely with Bacon and Chalifoux so far in this second set.
Tony takes a timeout. Here we have a shot of the crowd. There's about 400 people here watching this match right now. Here's Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. Johnny Lott has some intense concentration. It's not doing him a whole lot of good right here because Tony's picking his holes very well and shooting it just incredibly. He's not getting the ball as much as Bobby Gibson, but he's scoring a much higher percentage.
Yeah, the defense is starting to tell the tale a little bit here in this match, although Gibson continues to get the ball. He's not scoring well, and meanwhile, Bacon seems to be getting the ball an equal amount of the time, and is starting to really tell the tale because Lott is really not blocking him that well. He's having trouble with his defense right here. I think at this point right here, after that score, with Bacon taking the lead in this game, 2-0, that Johnny should be thinking maybe of a change of pace as far as defense. What do you think, Greg?
Oh, I think so. What he's doing right now is he's putting a lot of pressure on the goal, on the rods, and that's causing the ball to jar around. Bobby Gibson having trouble scoring on Don Chalifoux. Gets the ball again. Don Chalifoux seems to be in the flow of what Bobby Gibson's doing and blocking him extremely well.
Yes, as we were saying earlier, I believe this is the best match I've seen Don Chalifoux play all tournament. He's really playing well back there. He's scored some key goals, and he's blocking good, and he's using a fairly basic defense. Whereas the defense Lott is using is perhaps a little bit more complex, but Bacon seems to be putting big holes in it.
John seems to be trying to race him too much to a certain hole, and Tony's just too fast to race to that hole.
Bacon picks up the loose ball with it on his 5-man row. Passes it, is able to control the ball. That was a tough catch there, but he got it. And now he wants to switch balls. Short break in the action here.
That's Don Chalifoux and Tony Bacon looking very strong to win the 1984 World Championships out of the losers bracket. This room is packed right now. There isn't another game going. There are 70 tables here, and just about everyone is watching this match. Foosball's a little different than tennis in that open doubles seems to be more prestigious than open singles. But Mike, do you have any reasons why you think that might be?
Well, the table's made for two people to play on each side, and whereas tennis is more of that court's made for singles. Bacon misexecutes a shot there. Perhaps a little bit of let up here now that he's up 1-0, 2-0 in this game. Makes a nice cutback pass to his three-man row. Bacon keeps getting the ball this much. It's definitely going to... Oh, and misexecutes badly, and the ball goes over to Gibson's three-man row. Bacon's concentration is definitely letting up here now that he has a lead in the match. Yeah! Gibson makes
an excellent pull shot by Bobby Gibson.
Nice crisp long there, and they need it bad.
Come on, Bob, you're hot now.
Gibson's going to have to start scoring well here to be in this ball game, because I don't think Johnny Lott's going to be changing anything in what he's doing, and Tony, I believe, will continue to score throughout this match.
Yeah, if things continue at this pace, Bacon and Chalifoux could be on their way to another world championship. All right, Bacon gets it on his 5, executes a nice pass to his three-man row, sets it up, executes another pull shot. Bacon's concentration is definitely wavering here.
That's 3 in a row that Tony's missed, and that's not like Tony at all. He usually executes every time here. So a key score here by Don Chalifoux, who's shooting the ball. Shoots the ball, and it's back to Tony's 5 row.
Gibson blocks 2 passes in a row there, 3 passes in a row, and gets the ball.
Deals the ball from Tony's 5 row.
Tries a quick pass, makes it. He's got on his three-man row. He can pull him back into this game right here. Puts it in the ball man set. Eyes the defense. Scores another good long, and it's 2-2, second game.
That was just a smut pass that went in. It was just a mistake by the goalie, Johnny Lott.
Bacon attempts a pass, misses it, and it goes in the goal. Catching Lott off guard there a little bit.
That could be critical too, because it was 2-2 there, and the momentum of the switch, and that ball could stop it back over. But Bobby Gibson again maintains his dominance on the 5 row, and he now has it set up again for his pull shot. Critical point here to tie the match for 3-3.
Gibson eyeing the defense. Attempts a middle, Chalifoux there.
Tony Bacon picks up a 5-man and smacked it in. Just picked up a ball, quick reflexes, and it's 4-2 now.
Catches Lott off guard a little bit again there. Gibson attempts a quick shot up the setting up on the pull shot and misexecutes it badly, and the ball flies off the table. He'll put it back into play. It's now on his 5-man row.
That's a number of quick shots by Bob Gibson that have not done anything. He's made one of them, but he's missed 5 or 6. He's got the ball again, though.
Bacon blocked the pass, but it still went to Gibson's 3-man row. He's continued to get that ball throughout this match.
All right, Bobby needs this point very badly.
Reset.
There's a reset on the time.
Remember, after a reset warning, there's an extra shot.
Tries another middle. Chalifoux's there. Tries a quick pass. Bacon blocked it, but it still trickles through and goes over to Gibson's 3-man rod. Reset the time. Chalifoux blocks it. Chalifoux's playing well, I must say.
Playing the best I've ever seen him play, I believe. And I've played with him a couple times. He's an excellent goalie.
He's got it in the push set back at the goalie.
Here it is, 2-0, Bacon. Chalifoux.
That makes it 2-0. Second set in the finals here. That's right. You need somebody to pound that thing, hit it off center, get a lot of spin on it. So no matter how many minute hits, it still crawls in. Mind over matter. Those predestined bombshell tonight. Whatever we're doing here.
Becker's hurt.
He's flying.
Here we go. We rolling?
No, I'm driving. I'm along.
Okay. We're back. Here we go. It's 2-0. Bacon, Chalifoux. One more game, and they are the new 1984 world champions and $5,000 richer.
Okay, we're at the beginning of the third game here. Gibson has again passed it through on the three-man rod, which he's continued to do throughout these matches. Attempts a long pull shot. Chalifoux's there. Chalifoux blocking quite well here in the finals. Tony gets the ball, attempts a 5-man pass. Gibson blocks it, takes control of the ball, passes it through again.
This last set started off with Bacon and Chalifoux winning the first two, and then Lott and Gibson coming back and winning the next two, didn't they?
The next three, wasn't? Oh yeah, it was the next two, and then Tony won the last game. Don Chalifoux continues to block very well here. Ball goes over to Tony's 5-man row. He attempts a pass. Gibson blocks it, goes back to his 3-man row once again. If he could hit a few shots here, it would could definitely turn it out.
Tony, come on.
That was great. I said that on perfect time.
A beautiful middle by Bobby Gibson. The crowd is fired up.
Right, 1-0. They take the lead here in the third game. Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux with a 2-low lead in the match, but they trail 1-0 this game. They're in the orange men. Chalifoux with it back at goalie, puts it in the push man set. What he's going to do is push that ball and then kick it. Kicks it down to the other end where Lott is. And the dark man tries a slow pull shot, hits Chalifoux's man. He controls it, hits it, and the free loose ball goes over to Tony Bacon's 3-man row. He's been shooting quite well on Lott.
Excellent.
Lott blocks him. Lott has definitely changed his defense here from an emphasis on staying in the reverse to staying in what they call a standard now.
Leading with the goalie, blocking that long with the goalie, and covering the short in the middle with the 2-man.
I think Tony realizes it, and he's starting to watch the defense a little more, and he just mis-executed that shot. Then it went back to Chalifoux, who kicked it back down to Lott, and Lott now controls it, has it in the pull set. He's starting to go with these slow pulls. Now back to Chalifoux. Chalifoux's got it back at goalie. Does a push shot.
An excellent pickup by Bobby Gibson.
Hits Lottman, bounced off, and Bobby Gibson smashes it in the goal with his 5-man rod.
That's basically what Don wants to do. He wants to pound it off of John's man. He doesn't expect a score. That's always a plus, but he'd like to pound it off John's man so that his partner can pick up the ball and shoot it from the 3 row.
A little bit of a let-up right now here by Bacon and Chalifoux. They're not playing quite as intensely. They have a 2-0 lead in the match, and it's like they're taking a little breather here at the beginning of the third game. Whereas Gibson and Lott are just trying to win a game at this point. Tony picked up a loose ball there, put it into a pull shot set, and went on a short count and scores a nice crisp long. It's now 1-2. Gibson and Lott's favor in the third game.
This crowd is fired up. It's standing room only here at the DFW North Holiday Inn in the ballroom.
Okay, it's 2-0. Bacon and Chalifoux lead. We're in the third game. It's 2-1. Gibson and Lott. Gibson continues to pass strongly. Passes it to his 3-man row and puts it in the pull man set.
An excellent shot. He needed that to really keep the momentum and the lead in this match, in this game.
Yep, scores a nice shot there, and they take a 3-1 lead in this game.
John Lott has the ball. Tony steals it.
Yep, Gibson broke up Bacon's pass there. Lott got the ball, attempted shot, and the loose ball. 5-man war goes to Tony Bacon, who now is on his 3-man rod again. Tries a short cant pull shot. Lott's there. gets the ball back on his three-man rod, tries another short count pull shot. Lott blocks it, and the ball to Gibson's three-man rod.
Yeah, Johnny Lott making some blocks now. It's critical if they want to be in this game, because Tony and Don win this game, it's all over. It's 3-1 against them, so it's anybody's ball game right now.
Yep, Lott's starting to come through with a few blocks here. He's definitely changed his defense. He's going with a more standard type defense. He switched his men around, and he's starting to pick up a few blocks here. Chalifoux gets it at the back, does a push shot from the back. Over to Lott. Lott puts it in the pole man set. He'll pull that ball anywhere from 1 to 20 inches and then hit it towards the other end.
John attempts a bank shot, but it comes back and Tony picks the ball up. If Tony can make this shot here, they're back in this game.
Reset.
There's a reset. Excellent, excellent middle.
Now Lott, in that he switched to that standard defense, he's getting a little tired, and he started to move his men slower that time, and he left the bait for the middle open too long, and Tony simply moved it over the middle and smashed it in.
Popped it out of the goal. Johnny Lott with the ball. Bobby Gibson ends up with it. Calls a timeout.
Come on, Bob!
There's Johnny Lott and Bobby Gibson. Intense concentration on their face. They're in trouble here. They're down 2-0. That's Tony Bacon.
Come on, Tony!
He is fired up. He knows he's 1 game away, 3 points away from the World Championships and $5,000.
Gibson and Lott lead this game 3-2, and it's extremely important that they keep their concentration at a very high level and attempt to pull out this game and stay in this match. They're leading the match. They've got the ball in their three-man row. They can take a 2-point commanding lead in this game, and this is a crucial point.
Attempts the middle, but Don Chalifoux blocks him. Playing just incredible foosball is Don Chalifoux. Definitely making the difference here.
Chalifoux blocked that pull shot. Gibson got it right back. Goes with a quick count pull shot, which hasn't been good for him either one of these 2 sets in the final. Bacon gets the ball, goes with about a 3 or 4 second count pull shot, and executes a crisp long.
Just an incredible long all the way into the far goal.
Tying the third game 3-3. Gibson immediately passes through to his three-man rod, puts it in the pull man set, eyes the defense.
Bobby Gibson needed that. A beautiful middle that makes it 4-3. Gibson and Lott over Bacon and Chalifoux. Bacon attempting to pass right now. Gibson blocks him, but he ends up with the ball from Johnny Lott.
On that loose ball, Lott immediately just kicked it out from the back without trying to set it up or anything, and the ball went over to Gibson. Gibson controls it on the three-man rod and is shooting for this game.
This crowd is fired up. It is 2-1. Anybody's ball game. Although the edge would still, I would say, have to be with Bacon and Chalifoux.
Yeah, Bacon and Chalifoux had a little, I'd say they had a let up there in that third game. They got out to a 2-0 lead and just didn't play the intensity they did the first 2 games. Meanwhile, Gibson has remained steady throughout both sets and started to look pretty sharp that game. Chalifoux didn't block him as good that game. Lott switched his defense that game. He started blocking Bacon a little bit, and it's anybody's ball game at this point.
It is anybody's ball game. It's 50-50 who's going to win this game. And if Gibson and Lott can win this game, it'll be 2-2. That's what happened to them the last match. They lost the first 2 and won the second 2. Tony Bacon comes out immediately strong with a beautiful wall pass.
Yep, at the beginning of the 4th game here, he immediately passes it over to his three-man row. Caught Gibson a little off guard there. He's got in the three-man row, eyes the defense. Tries a straight, but Lott's there. Lott's defense is definitely picking up here in the middle of the second set.
It's going to have to, or they're going to lose this match.
He switched to a standard defense. He's not moving his men as much. He's being more.
Tony executes a beautiful straight.
Right. Makes a straight there. Caught Lott a little bit off guard. Gibson, who has been steady on that 5-man all through these 2 sets, again passes it through to his 3-man row.
Gibson's going to have to start scoring in this game if they want to be involved, and he could do it. He has the potential of doing it.
If he
finally had one of those quick shots work for him.
If Gibson continues at the pace he's been going in this 3rd game, we could see 5 games once again. This 5-man row defense has definitely picked up some speed, and he's blocking more passes here. Bacon, though, once again executes a beautiful pass and gets it over to his 3-man row.
Bacon attempts a quick shot and wasn't as crisp as it could have been.
I'd definitely say Lott's defense is picking up here in the 2nd set. Starting to block more and more shots. With everything being equal on the 5-man rows and the 3-man rows, I'd say the forwards are playing fairly even thus far in this match, and the difference has definitely been early in the going on how well Chalifoux's been playing. And Lott really didn't play that well in the first part of this, but he's coming on very strong now, and he has blocked yet another pull shot attempt by Tony Bacon. Now must have blocked Tony Bacon at least 5 or 6 times in a row now at this point, and blocks him once again.
Tony doesn't seem to be taking as much time as he did on his pull shot, and that could cost him. Tony sometimes will do that when he gets a little flustered. He'll start shooting quick, and that can cost him, because if he doesn't take his time and pick his hole properly, he can get blocked.
Yes, Bacon seems to be going on the same count every time on his shot. About 3 or 4 seconds he seems to shoot, and he's not varying his timing enough.
That's right. He has 10 seconds to shoot the ball once the ball is set up. There's a total of 20 seconds. On the 5 row right there, he has 10 seconds to pass the ball. Once he has it on his 3 row, he has 20 seconds total. Once the ball is set up like it is right now, he has 10 seconds to shoot.
Okay, that time, Lott was there, but the ball hit his man and still went into the goal. Bacon simply powered that one in.
Bobby Gibson with the pass.
And takes a 2-1 lead in the 4th game, but Gibson, whose 5-man row has just been impeccable these 2 sets.
Just incredible. And a nice long shot.
Gets the ball and scores a crisp long, and it's 2-2 in the 4th game. He's hanging in there.
That's right. Bobby Gibson's one of the best, usually in waiting the full 10 seconds on his shot and his 5 row. He'll work the ball till he feels he has a good pass.
Very patient forward. Now with Bacon once again on the 5-man row. Gibson blocks it. And again,
excellent pass. And a timeout is called. There go Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott. 2-2 in the 4th game here. They need this game to stay alive. This point could be critical too. 2-2. We're putting them up 3-2 and give them a little momentum.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's why they took a timeout here. It's the middle of the game. There's been a break in the action here, and
2-2. Bobby Gibson has the ball. An excellent middle pull shot by Bobby Gibson. They could be back in this ball game.
Gibson with his pull shot and passing is literally pulling his team back into this match. And now Bacon, who remains tough,
is shooting a little quick. We talked about that before. He starts shooting a little quick. Again, shoots within 3 seconds. He has 10 seconds to shoot the ball, and when you don't take advantage of all 10 seconds, a goalie has a much better chance of blocking you, because he knows when the opposing forward is going to score, or when he's going to shoot anyway. So when he takes a longer time, you start getting nervous, and you're trying to cover that whole goal. Here goes Bobby Gibson with a beautiful pass once again. This point will make it 4-2 and put them in the driver's seat.
It's the first block, Chalifoux's, the first good block he's made in a few minutes here. I think they suffered a letdown a little bit after coming out to a 2-0 lead here. Now, although they still lead 2-1, if Gibson and Lott had 3-2 this game, win this game, things will be all tied up once again at 2-2.
That's right. Bobby needed that last point, though. He really did. It's 3-2, and now it's anybody's ball game. That 4-2 would have really helped him out. Tony Bacon with the chance to tie it now. There's Tony and Don. It's 3-2. If he takes his time, he has a better chance of scoring. Sat a little bit longer that time. He's still shooting within 4 seconds.
Yeah, he's still shooting on a pretty short count, but that was good execution on his part. Now it's tied, and he just blocked that 5-man pass attempt by Bob Gibson, who hasn't missed very many in this match at all.
A critical time to block that shot at 3-3, because if they can get this point, they're ahead 4-3, and looking good. There's Johnny Lott and Bob Gibson.
Lott has to be very careful here. He cannot afford a turnover. Hits it down to the other end, bounces off Chalifoux's man and over to Gibson's 3-man rod, and he's now shooting for the lead in this game. Puts in the pull man set. Reset, that means they'll reset the time.
Makes an excellent middle for a 4-3 lead, and Tony Bacon with the ball.
Tony executes a nice 5-man pass. Tony's game has picked up a little here, I'd definitely say.
Yeah, if he would take his time, I think the difference in this game, right, is Tony's not taking his time to shoot. Again, shoots on 3 to 4 seconds. Johnny Lott knows when he's going to shoot, so he knows when he has to move his man. All he has to do is key on the straight, and he can move right into his long and his middle, because he knows when he's going. Tony Bacon ends up with the ball again.
Scores on that quick set.
That makes it 4-4. This is a game ball. Tony and Bacon win this game. It's over. If Bobby Gibson and Johnny Lott get it, it's 5 games. Miss executes a pass. Critical timing to miss that.
Match ball for Bacon and Chalifoux, and they have possession of it back at the goalie area. If they score this point, it's all over. Nice pass. Very nice pass. From the 2-man row to the 3-man row, which is an extremely difficult pass in foosball. And now Tony Bacon here sets it up. If he scores this point, he wins it all.
Calls a timeout.
Definitely had to take a timeout there. This ball right here means $2,500, Greg.
That's right, a $2,500 difference for Chalifoux and Bacon. If they score this point, it's all over. Gibson and Lott need this block to stay alive, or it's all over, and the new world champions will be Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux.
Yep, and you know they want a chance to try to. Bobby Gibson definitely wants a chance to score this point and try to come back and win this match. But right now, it's all up to Tony Bacon. He's got it on his 3-man row. He's going to set up a pull, and if this ball goes in, he wins $5,000.
Blocked. Good block by Johnny Lott. A timeout's called by Johnny Lott and Bobby Gibson, who you see walking away right now to get their composure together.
That was a crucial block. I mean, of all the blocks Johnny Lott's made at this tournament, that was the most crucial block he could have made, because that keeps him in the running for first place in this tournament.
You can do it.
All right, they're in the running now for the World Championship title. If they're in possession of the ball, if they score this one, they're in for a 5th game in anybody's ball game. So it's critical that he clears the ball and make sure that he gets it to the other end. And hopefully, if he can, get it to his forward. Here we go, game ball. Makes an excellent shot off Don Chalifoux's man to Bobby Gibson. Bobby Gibson now has a shot at this game.
Puts it in the pull man set. Tries the defense. Tries a quick shot.
Bad mistake. Bad mistake. Tries a quick shot on Don Chalifoux, and he's been all over them the whole match. Oh, an excellent shot off Johnny Lott's men, but Tony Bacon couldn't come up with it, and Bobby Gibson has it on the 5-row.
Gibson with it on the 5. Bacon blocks it. Gibson recontrols it. Attempt another pass here. Tries the pass, but it nicks Bacon's man and goes over to Chalifoux. Chalifoux puts it in the push set from the back.
Tells Tony what he's going to do. Yeah, that makes him such a tough team.
Tries a push kick. It's blocked back to him. Chalifoux again has the ball. Attempts a shot. Gibson blocks it. It goes to Tony's 5-man row. Does a great pass. Nice.
Here it is for the match for the World Championships. This point right here. Johnny Lott makes another block.
Bacon second attempt. Lott blocks him again, holding him off here. Tries a shot. Bounces back to Lott. Goes off his man. Lott's warned for a jar here. It's on Bacon's 3-man rod. He's shooting for the 3rd time here for the World Championships.
Let's score! It's all over, folks. Don Chalifoux from Chicago, Tony Bacon from Seattle. The 1984 World Championships are over, and they are the world champions. Congratulations, Don and Tony. We'll try to talk to them in a minute. Can we get one more for the? Put it on yourself. All right, you guys. Congratulations, 1984 world champions. Gotta feel good.
Can't feel better. Can't feel better.
Lost for words, bro. Feeling great.
Don, you know, from our standpoint, we thought that you made the difference. I mean, you were playing well. Bobby was playing well. His 5-row was playing well. But, Don, we felt this block better than John did, and it really made the difference. Everybody played excellent, but Don, we got to commend you. Tony, you played an unbelievable game. Kept your concentration going.
That's all I tried to do is just stay within our game plan that we designed before the tournament.
Was it just
do that.
Percentage passing?
Execute. Just execution. That's the game plan.
Execute your shots.
Man, I tell you, I don't know what to say, bro. I'm just happy. We helped each other out all weekend, man. That's right. I was in blocking sometimes, and he was holding me up. Oh,
Made those 4-4 blocks, passing and scoring. That's what counts.
That's what counts. You guys played an excellent match.
Those guys are great.
Those guys played as good as any team I've ever played in my life. I got to give them my hand, the best of it.
They played great. Well, we'd like to congratulate you guys, and any plans for the money?
Bills.
Well, we're going to start partying right now. Get some beers.
Well, you guys deserve it. An incredible match, an incredible comeback through the losers, and our congratulations to you on the World Championships.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Good job, guys.
Thank you. And thank PM Magazine.
That's right. All right.
Thank you, PM. That's it from the 1984 World Championships. Tony Bacon and Don Chalifoux. We hope you enjoyed it.